What's up, everybody? We are on to our final event of the day, event 5 for these elite athletes, and we are outside on the field under the lights. And this is gonna be a fun one. Our elite women are coming out now in those 5'11" vests. We have the entire women's elite field taking on this one at once. So we will have one big rig in the middle that separates 15 athletes on one side and 15 on the other. And bear with us as we try to cover this the best as possible. We have a 20-minute time cap. They're gonna start with a 1,200 meter buy-in run running around the field. We'll probably find some people to interview while they're making a run. I will say I'm not gonna follow them. And then they will get to work with 4 rounds, 3 rope climbs and 60 feet lunges with a sandbag, 50 pounds. So half the field over here and then the other half on the other side. They'll make 3 laps around. And what I can tell you is Elizabeth Wishart, she is still your overall leader in the women's elite division, sits ahead by 8 points ahead of Carissa Sapp. And after that, it's really just gonna be a fight for third because the two of them have pretty much run away with it. The next best athlete is nearly 100 points, 87 points. Blair Cheney outside of first place. So at this point, it's gonna be that fight for the final spot on the podium with only one workout remaining tomorrow.
3, 2, 1, go!
And they are off. Just one heat for the elite women, and then the elite men will take the floor. And we can see right in the middle of your screen, that is going to be the rig that brings both sides of the field to the center. Our main man, Tony, on the microphone. Let's go. Look good, feel good, baby. All right, let's catch up with some of our judges out here.
What's up?
What has been your favorite thing that you have seen from this workout so far?
I love the lunges so far. They kind of settle into a rhythm, they hold them different ways, and they just knock them out. They're working through it.
Is this a workout you would like to do?
I would, with less rope climbs. Not
a fan of the rope climbs.
But the lunges would be fun and the run would be taxing.
Okay, we'll have to see how they do. Thank you. All right, and I also see Jason Ansley. He is the event director of Monster Games, what we would consider a sister competition. Jason, how's it going?
I'm judging.
You're a judge?
Yeah.
You wear so many hats.
I know.
Okay, what do you think of this workout so far? Is this your first heat judging, or?
No, it's my 4th, and my athletes have got capped every time.
Oh no.
I know, it's my fault.
Why? What were they missing in their programming?
I don't. They need to work on the rope climbs. Something we need to work on.
Anything different about a rope climb on a rig outside versus inside? I know that it's been dry, we're in Arizona, but is there anything that...
I think other than the fact that depth perception is a little weird because there's nothing above you, and it is 1 foot taller, so it's actually 16 foot to the beam, which I think is kind of cool.
Okay, and you also have a couple athletes here that have been to Monster Games, whether they've
53 athletes.
53?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good chunk.
It's awesome. It's fantastic. That's exactly why we started doing what we were doing, was reciprocating back and forth, and it did what we wanted it to do.
I know, I kind of consider it like Desert City, Monster Games, like sister competitions in a way.
It's exactly what we wanted to do. When we set out to start collaborating together and sharing, our goal was to make the Southwest somewhere that I wanted my athletes to go and compete at a different time of the season. And it's been great to watch. It's so fun to see them here.
Awesome. Okay, we'll watch the athletes continue to run around and maybe meet in the middle of the rope climbs.
Okay.
Good luck judging, Jason. Jason Ansley, also the event director of the World Fitness Project. So we're gonna come towards the center of the rig now so that we can see when they start lunging forward and make sure that I don't get lunged into. It's always good if I find the MCs, where are they standing? I think they're either on their second or maybe starting their third lap. I do see our leader, Elizabeth Wishart.
Wishart making her way around her second round of 3 rounds.
Her second round. Just gotta listen to the MCs and then you can see. So if you guys zoom in, she is there in the orange t-shirt, black leggings, right in the center now. This will be their 5th event on the weekend, 6 total. And as we kind of talk about those point spreads, Wishart still sitting in that top overall position, but does not guarantee that she will stay there, with Sapp just 8 points behind. But then we look at the 3rd place with Blair Cheney, and then right behind her, about 10 points separate, Natea Flores. Got some of our media folks, volunteers, judges, medical team. Oh yeah. And then these are the sandbags. There's 2 because our elite men heat will come right after them and come on the floor. 15-foot rope climb. And we do have some hands in the air for our judges on both sides. It sounds like Billy Dodd is first
Coming around that final corner.
to finish her run, and then Wishart close behind.
Number 15.
And here comes Billy on to the rope climbs.
And that's Dodd. She is our first athlete to those rope climbs. So they will have 3 rope climbs here, and then they will go into the 60-foot lunges.
Making her way. Wishart. Rachel.
And Carissa Stapp to the left, making her way up there with the blonde, and then Wishart also getting to work on the rope climb. So that's your 1, 2, and 3. Dodd, now Wishart, Stapp.
Rachel is your 2. And then we got Wishart. In lane 16 is your 3.
We are coming up on that 6 minutes. Again, we've got 4 rounds.
Dodd finishing her last rope climb, but Wishart has surpassed her and will be our first athlete to those 60 feet lunges, 50 pounds in the sandbag. And also keep in mind that they have
Final climb.
So it looks like there was a bit of a miscommunication with our judges there. I thought maybe she did have 1 rope climb left.
In lane number 18.
Maybe you can go back and rewind to confirm. So we'll figure out with scoring exactly what's going to happen there, but Dodd continues to move forward with that 50-pound sandbag. And as I was saying right before that, she has that weighted vest, which if you've ever done weighted vests during rope climbs, you have to use a bit of a different technique. So a traditional rope climb, if you don't have a weighted vest, you'd really want to treat it like a toe to bar. Get those hips and feet nice and high. But as we can see from these other athletes, they're doing almost like an inchworm technique. Bring your knees, but keep your feet low, and then pull. Just because of where that weighted vest is, it makes it a little more complicated to get those toes nice and high.
Going back out to the run. Overall leader on my side. Going to be hanging out in lane 18. That's Billy.
Jamie in lane number 12, leading on the right side of the field. Heading out.
Dodd still in first here. And just just keep in mind that Competition Corner is going to have the full leaderboards, as it's hard to watch the entire field at once. We might have some lane changes on the further ends of the field, but we can be sure that throughout the weekend, this side, this group of ladies have mostly been your leaders and should fare well in the workout. And when they get done with the 4 rounds, then they will have a cash out of a 1,200 meter run. So at least by the time we get there, we will know who's in the lead.
Here we go. Our one is going to be Rachel Knoll in lane number 24, CrossFit 801, followed by Wishart. In lane number 16.
And I was just checking because Tori Fissel was running all the way back, and I thought, I'm not sure that she's making her way to a run yet, but it looked like she was running to her coach or one of her support crews for something. And actually, as Wishart advances in the blue, I believe she is leading the way in lane 24.
Start round number 3.
Rachel Noel in those blue leggings, because they do advance the sandbag as we go. So it looks like this might be her final round.
Your leader on my side of the field. Blue pants. That's Rachel Knoll. We got Wishart. Black pants. Going up for that second rope climb.
We're halfway on that time clock here, these ladies.
And Noel will have just one rope climb to go
If you're just joining us, we got
before she can go on to her next set of sandbag
Number
lunges.
5, Carrie the Knight.
One more rope climb for Rachel Knoll in lane 24. Wishart finishing up her rope climb. Finish those rope climbs just before Rachel.
And she is done.
Looks like Rachel picks up on the lunge. Wishart picks up on the
And you can see she looked over to the side to see where exactly was Wishart, and both of them are actually making their way to the sandbag around the same time. We have Wishart on your screen. She will get the sandbag on her neck first and begin her lunge, as Noel will be just a couple of steps behind. So all the way in the far in the orange, Wishart. Noel right closest to us in
Here comes Knoll.
the blue leggings.
24, still your 1 and 2.
So just a couple of steps differentiates these two ladies.
For her second climb, trying to make up some ground.
And Wishart thought she was done, dropped her sandbag, but they actually have to make it all the way to this line where you can see those little place cards to indicate
Rachel Knoll finishing up round number 3.
that now
She's now overall in the lead.
they will start round number 4.
Yeah, making her way back to her sandbag. We got Flores headed back to the rope as well as Blue Nap.
Heidi making her way there. She's in that 3rd position, making her way back on my side of the 511 field.
So just 3 rope climbs, one more set of lunge, and then she can make her way to the cash out
Number 3
of her final set of lunges.
Still got shower. And Shani be starting on her lunges as well to finish out round number 3.
We got Powell making her way back, finishing up round number 3. Got a handful of my athletes trying to finish up on that round number 3. Once again, Rachel.
Noel with
is your
just one rope
Wishart
climb
is your
left.
2. But we had Heidi in lane number 23, making some moves, trying to finish up round number 3.
Your 1-2 still on my side of the field, coming out of round 12 and 10. Finishing up round number 3, heading in to that fourth.
And she is done.
All right, Jess, last round. Lane 24, Rachel Knoll coming out across the 801. Here comes Wishart in lane number 16.
This will be her last 60-foot lunge, and then she can begin her 3 laps, accumulating a 1,200-meter run to finish her event.
Again, 20 minutes.
Wishart just now starting her lunges, so truly it's not that big of a separation between Knoll and Wishart. We'll see if we can see both of them on the screen, but just a little too far over in lanes, but it's really going to come down to who can push the run.
She's going to cross that line, stand it up, and here she goes off for her last and final 1,200.
And she is done, so now she will start her run. And we'll see how much of a lead that she can actually extend ahead of Wishart as she begins. And just as she starts her first lap, now we have Wishart. So you're 1 and 2, Rachel 1, Elizabeth 2. But again, not that big of a separation. Who's going to be able to push that pace faster with those 15-pound plate carriers?
That's your 1 and 2 in our elite division.
And we got our good friend Holly here on the camera. We got a great media team out here. Let's see, who else is going to be next on that run? A couple athletes finishing up their third rounds, but it looks like
we might have a little bit of a leaderboard shake-up.
in lane 23, who just started her run, Heidi Hagen. Coming into this event, she was sitting 16th, 197 points outside of first, but probably looking to crack it in the top 10. The point spread is really close when we get outside of the top, and especially the podium places.
Right behind her, Elizabeth Wishart is your 2. In your 3rd position is going to be Heidi.
We'll see Knoll is just about done with her first lap. We'll watch her as she comes around. Wishart on her tail though. They are not yet halfway done with the final run. Knoll just looking over her shoulder to see exactly where Wishart is. She's got a coach or somebody in the back corner giving her some cues, possibly paces. Wishart coming now to begin her second of 3 laps here. And this would be big for Knoll. She sits in 8th overall. She is 120 points outside of first, so not possible for her to crack the top of the podium, but potentially bumping to a top 5 spot within reach.
Torres finishing up her lunges in round number 2.
And in lane 22, Montana Powell. Oh, you Montana's family?
Yes.
Yes. Where do you guys come from?
She lives in Vancouver, Washington.
I feel like you guys have a big crowd of family and supporters. Who did you bring with you? I keep hearing y'all on the
Well,
sidelines.
the one you really have to see is my 102-year-old mother, who's over there waiting around the curve for her to come back on the run.
102.
102.
What keeps her so young?
Oh, she'll tell you it's martinis every day. A martini every day.
Okay, We love it. We'll have to catch up with her. Congratulations. Great to see her out here.
Rachel trying to push the tape.
I mean, come on, 102 years old. Everybody watching, y'all have no excuses because 102 years old. And hold on, we got more athletes coming around. And she's here supporting her, I think she said her granddaughter or maybe great-granddaughter. But incredible. We'll catch up with her at the end. And at this point, Noel has been able to extend her lead with just one lap to go. So as long as she can really hold this pace, it doesn't look like Wishart is going to have enough time to catch up.
Last and final lap for Rachel Noel. Last and final lap.
But for Wishart, truly, she doesn't need to get an event win here. She doesn't need to do much other than stay ahead of Stab, because that's really who she is in competition with right now. None of the other athletes, based on the points only having one event tomorrow, can catch her. Here's Montana. Starting now her second lap.
Noel trying to keep that distance.
Couple more athletes finishing up on those rope climbs
Number 2.
and lunges
To pick up the pace and try to finish
as we
it
have
up.
more athletes coming through.
Ladies, we've got 45 seconds remaining.
Noel around that third turn.
I can't see the clock from here, but
Give it all she has.
we probably have just a couple minutes
Distance
left.
Herself from Wishart.
We've got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, so it seems like several athletes, most athletes, will get time capped,
And here she comes.
but I do see Noel. And wow, she has gained an even bigger lead ahead of Wishart. She's gonna try to be that only athlete to clock in the finish. And she will do it. The only athlete in the entire women's elite field to finish this workout. What a way to end day 2 of competition.
CrossFit 801.
First things first, got to get the plate carrier off.
The night's coming up. It's gonna be
Rachel, I would love to give you more time to relax, but we're getting the men out here quickly. A workout like this, under the lights, what were your initial thoughts going into this
I
one?
had no expectations, honestly. There were no ropes in the back. Watching the heats before, they looked like it was taking more pulls than usual, so I was just kind of prepared for crappy rope climbs, and they weren't great, but we held to it. It was fun.
And then, you know, when you have a field like this where it's so spread out, it's hard to know where the other competitors are, but were you able to see where Wishart was and how close you guys were throughout this one?
Yeah, leaving for that final run, I knew that her thing was down there and I was down here, so as long as I stayed even or ahead of her, I was gonna touch my piece first. So that gave me a little confidence to just keep going, and it was mine to lose, so I had to step it up and finish it.
And hearing that MC say there's 30 seconds left and you knew, oh man, I'm gonna be so close. What were you telling yourself to get a score and be the only athlete out here locking in a time?
I just knew that I wanted to get that first place, and the only way to guarantee that was to finish, so I had to pick up the pace and finish, yeah.
Congratulations, great way to end day 2. And that will have it. We will have to catch up with Montana's great-grandma tomorrow because the men are going to be coming out now. Again, just one heat for our elite women and now the elite men. This will be the final event to close out day 2 of competition. We'll see y'all in the next video.